A quick heads up for those of you who are itching for a late fall, early winter trip and thought, hey, how about an activist getaway? I have just the thing for you. Remember way back when I talked about TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership? Well, like many stories that slide out of our narrow fields of view, the TPP is still very much a thing. And it will become even more of a thing after the elections this November. Yes, after the elections. That kind of no man's land, who gives a fuck about politics, leave me alone for the love of God time between Election Day and the first session of the new Congress is known as the lame duck session. Basically, it's 2 months where government gives even less of a shit about you than usual. The members who have been voted out already know that they're gonna leave, so they don't have to worry about whether a decision will affect whether they get reelected or not. And those who know that they won re-election feel comfortable in pulling the lever on something that they can't and won't be held accountable for until the next election cycle, by which time we the people will have forgotten that they voted to, for example, increase their pay while voting against a $15 minimum wage hike because we the people have the attention span of a brain-damaged goldfish. And while there is in fact a petition out there calling for an end to the lame duck session, it seems rather unlikely that we will see this demon duck waddle out of our damaged democracy anytime soon. Certainly not before this election cycle. And the reason that matters so much this year is because of TPP. Having been bombarded with negative press from 3 of the 4 top presidential candidates, Gary Johnson said that he would sign it, but then again, since he doesn't know what Aleppo is or the name of any world leaders, maybe he thinks that TPP is a fancy new toilet paper that he can draw on. Anyway, having been bombarded with negative press from not only presidential candidates, but also members of Congress and constituents on both sides of the aisle, from Tea Partiers to Green Partiers, TPP proponents are looking at this lame duck session as their last ray of corporate hope. And that is precisely why we have to activate and stand up to this atrocious trade deal, this literal corporate coup that holds every facet of our lives in its crosshairs. And that is not an exaggeration. If you need a recap or a rundown on how TPP is as evil as I'm describing it to be, check out episode 36 at bit.ly/YTPP sucks. And of course, we will also post that link in the description. But circling back to this activist getaway, Flush the TPP is organizing a mobilization in November, just after the elections, called the No Lame Duck Uprising. And we need all hands on deck. I cannot stress this enough, and I'm so dead serious about that if you go to register to come to DC, and that part is important, come to DC, if you register on Flush the TPP's website, I will literally give you a phone call to confirm and to say fuck yeah. Seriously, November 12th through 17th, check your calendar right now. And if there isn't anything vital on there, plan a trip. Plan a trip into DC in November to stand up to corporate power and for people power. Again, whether your issue is the environment, education, healthcare, the prison industrial complex, racism, sexism, food sovereignty, digital rights, human rights, labor issues, foreign policy, whatever it is, TPP will affect it. This is one of those times when the front lines need to mobilize together, when people with every progressive focus need to fix that focus right here on the TPP. So go to flushthetpp.org to register to come to DC, or go to the bit.ly link No TPP Register, and I will see you soon.